One word substitutes or match the meanings or match the following. It's all the same. You get this as the question number 9 in section C of the senior English question paper, board question paper. And there is a little difference in the second year. Instead of 10 questions like in the first year, you will get 6 questions, and you will be asked to answer any 4 out of these 6 questions for 4 marks. But I suggest you attempt all the 6 questions, because even if you make a couple of mistakes, you will still be able to get your marks. In the first year, there are 9 bits that you might have gone through before the examinations, and you don't have such bits now. You have a list of 100 words, and the list is nothing but the one word substitute or the so called difficult word followed by the definition. So you need to know the word and its definition, that's all. But here in this video, I'm giving you some examples for each of these words so that you understand the definitions better. So agnostic, it means a person who claims neither faith nor disbelief in the existence of God. Ravi describes himself as an agnostic because he is unsure whether God exists. The agnostic listen carefully to both religious and scientific arguments. Altruism means unselfish interest in the welfare of others. Her altruism inspired her to volunteer at the orphanage every weekend. The doctor's altruism earned him the respect of the entire village. Amateur, one who engages in an activity for enjoyment rather than as a profession. Although he is an amateur photographer, his pictures are impressive. The amateur the amateur musician played beautifully at the community event. Ambidextrous means able to use both hands equally well. The ambidextrous the ambidextrous artist could draw with either hand. Being ambidextrous helped the player perform better in sports. Ambiguous means having more than one meaning and so is unclear. The teacher's ambiguous the teacher's ambiguous instructions confused many students. His ambiguous reply or vague reply left everyone wondering what he really meant. Amphibious means living on land as well as in water. A frog is an amphibious or a dual habitat animal. The the amphibious creature spends part of its life in a pond and part on land. Anarchist is one who rebels against authority or established order. So the anarchist or rebel openly challenged the government's policies. Some people considered him an anarchist because he opposed every form of authority. Anarchy is the absence of government or control in a society. Without effective leadership, the country descended into anarchy. The sudden collapse of law and order created a state of anarchy. Annihilation means complete destruction of something. The scientists warned about the annihilation of many species due to climate change. The city narrowly escaped annihilation during the war. Anonymous means a person not identified by name, a person of unknown name. An anonymous an anonymous donor paid the student school fee. She received an anonymous letter in the mail, sorry. Anthology means a collection of poems or stories. The library recently acquired an anthology or collection of Indian poetry. Her short story was selected for a national anthology. Antidote means a substance that can act against the effect of poison. The doctor administered an antidote immediately after the snake bite. Students are working to develop an antidote for the deadly toxin. Antiseptic means a medicine that prevents infection. The nurse cleaned the wound with an antiseptic solution. Always apply an antiseptic to cuts and scratches. Archaeology is a study of life and culture of ancient people through the excavation of sites. She decided to study archaeology at university. Archaeology helps us understand how ancient civilizations lived. Atheist is a person who doesn't believe in the existence of God. He is an atheist and doesn't follow any religion. The atheist participated respectfully in the discussion about faith. Audience is a number of people listening to a lecture or a concert. The audience the audience applauded loudly after the performance. The speaker kept the audience engaged throughout the lecture. Autobiography is a life history of a person written by himself or herself. The famous athlete published her autobiography memoir last year. His autobiography reveals many interesting details about his childhood. Autonomous is refers to an organization having the freedom to govern itself or control its own affairs. The institution functions as an autonomous body, meaning self-governing body. The region was granted autonomous status, meaning independent status by the government. Bacteriology is the scientific study of bacteria. She chose bacteriology, which means microbiology. She chose bacteriology as her field of research. Advances in bacteriology have improved medical treatments. Biography is a story of someone's life written by another person. I recently read a biography, means life story, of a famous scientist. The author spent years writing a detailed biography of the leader. Biosphere is a totality of living organisms and their environment. Pollution threatens the Earth's biosphere. Scientists study the biosphere to understand environmental changes. Bouquet means a bunch of flowers tied together to be given as a present or to welcome someone. She received a beautiful bouquet, bunch of flowers, on her birthday. The guests welcomed the chief guest with a bouquet, a floral arrangement. Brunch is a late morning meal eaten instead of breakfast and lunch. We met at a cafe for brunch on Sunday. After sleeping late, they skipped breakfast and had brunch. Calligraphy means the art of good handwriting. Her calligraphy, beautiful handwriting, won first prize in the competition. He spends hours practicing calligraphy, penmanship. Cannibal is a person who eats human flesh. The novel tells a story of a cannibal, man-eater, living on a remote island. Legends describe the tribe as cannibals, human flesh eaters. Cantonment is a permanent station for soldiers or it's a garrison. The army established a cantonment, that is military camp, near the city. Many soldiers and their families live in the cantonment garrison. Celibacy is a state of remaining unmarried. The monk chose a life of celibacy, unmarried life. Some religious traditions encourage celibacy, being single or singlehood. Centennial means centenary, and the definition is the 100th anniversary of an event. The school celebrated its centennial or 100th anniversary with great enthusiasm. A special stamp was released for the nation's centenary 100-year celebration. Chef is a professional cook, typically the head cook in a restaurant. The chef, professional cook, prepared a delicious meal. The hotel hired an experienced chef. Contemporary means living or occurring at the same time. Gandhi and Einstein, they were both contemporaries, people of the same period. The museum displays both ancient and contemporary art. Contemporary here means modern. Cosmopolitan is an outlook that is influenced by people from all over the world. Mumbai has a cosmopolitan culture, meaning international culture. Her cosmopolitan outlook or worldly outlook helped her adapt to different countries. A den is the home of lions. The lion returned to its den after hunting. The cubs played near the den. Dermatologist is a doctor who treats skin diseases. She is consulted a dermatologist for her acne. The dermatologist prescribed a new treatment. Drought is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall. The village suffered from a severe drought. Crops failed because of long drought. Edible means fit to be eaten as food by human beings. These berries are edible. Not all mushrooms are edible. Encyclopedia is a book or set of books giving information on many subjects and typically arranged alphabetically. The students search the encyclopedia for information. Before the internet, people often used an encyclopedia. Endemic means uh, refers to a disease that's regularly found in a particular area or among particular people. Malaria is endemic, meaning native, in some tropical regions. The disease remains endemic, meaning constantly present in that area. So, ephemeral means lasting for a short time. Fame on social media can be ephemeral, short lived. The beauty of a rainbow is ephemeral, it's temporary. Epidemic means the spread of an infectious disease in a very short time in a place. The country took strict measures to control the epidemic, meaning outbreak. Doctors worked tirelessly during the epidemic, widespread disease. And epitaph means a short text written on a tombstone. The epitaph or memorial inscription praised his kindness and generosity. Visitors stopped to read the epitaph, the grave inscription. Epitome is the perfect example of something. She is the epitome of dedication. The building is the epitome of modern architecture. Etiquette is a rules of accepted polite behavior in a society. Good etiquette means good manners is important during formal events. The trainer taught students basic dining etiquette. Etymology is a study of the origin and history of words. The etymology of many English words is fascinating. He enjoys studying etymology. Extempore. It means extempore speech is something spoken that's spoken or done without any preparation. She delivered an extempore speech confidently, impromptu, without prior preparation. The teacher asked the students to speak extempore without any preparation. A faction is a small organized dissenting group within a larger one, especially in politics. A faction within the party opposed the proposal. The disagreement led to the formation of a rival faction or splinter group. Fanatic is a person with extreme and irrational beliefs in politics and religion. The fanatic or the extremist refused to consider any opposing views. His friends worried that he was becoming a fanatic. Feast is a large meal on a day of a celebration. The family prepared a grand feast for the wedding. The festival ended with a traditional feast. A feminist is a person who fights for the rights of women. She is a feminist who campaigns for equal opportunities. The feminist spoke about gender justice. Florist is somebody who sells flowers. The florist arranged roses for the ceremony. We ordered a bouquet from the local florist. Garage is a place for keeping cars. He parked his car in the garage, means car shed. The new house has a spacious garage, vehicle shelter. Geocentric means having the earth at the center. Ancient astronomers supported the geocentric model. The geocentric the geocentric theory was later challenged. A glutton is one who eats excessively. The glutton finished all the food on the table. Everyone teased him as a glutton during the feast. Graphophobia is fear of writing. The student struggled with graphophobia, meaning writing anxiety. Her graphophobia, or fear of writing, made examinations difficult. And gregarious, referring to people, gregarious people are those who love the company of others. She is a gregarious person who enjoys meeting new people. So here it means social person, sociable person. His gregarious nature made him popular. Gymnasium is a full form for the word gym, a room that has equipment for physical exercises. The students exercised in the gymnasium after class. Our school built a modern gymnasium or fitness center. So hematophobia means fear of blood. His hematophobia or fear of blood caused him to faint. People with hematophobia may avoid hospitals. Herbarium is a collection of dried plants. The college maintains a large herbarium. Students added new specimens to the herbariums. Hydrosphere refers to all the water of the earth. Oceans form a major part of the Earth's hydrosphere. Scientists study the hydrosphere to understand climate. Iconoclast means somebody who attacks established and cherished beliefs. An iconoclast is an idol breaker. The iconoclast or critic questioned long held traditions. As an iconoclast, she challenged outdated beliefs. Now, imminent means about to happen in the immediate future. For example, dark clouds suggested that the rain was imminent, it was going to happen, forthcoming. The company announced an imminent approach. Imminent means approaching, so an imminent change in policy. So, immune means resistant to a particular disease or toxin. Some people are naturally immune to certain infections, meaning resistant to certain infections. Vaccination helps the body become immune against disease. Incorrigible means people if people who are incorrigible, they cannot be corrected or changed. The teacher considered him an incorrigible troublemaker, someone you cannot correct them. The incorrigible prankster never changed his habits. Indefatigable means some able to work for a long time without getting tired. The indefatigable nurse worked throughout the night. His indefatigable efforts led to success. Indelible means when referring to a mark, you say something that cannot be erased easily. The experience left an indelible impression or a permanent impression on her mind. The marker produced an indelible stain, unerasable stain. Inevitable means something, if something is inevitable, uh, inevitable means that which will happen and cannot be avoided. If something is inevitable, it cannot be avoided. So, change is inevitable in every society. After months of disagreement, conflict seems inevitable. Infallible means incapable of making mistakes. No human being is infallible, meaning faultless. Some people mistakenly believe that experts are infallible. Inflammable means catching fire quickly. Petrol is highly inflammable. It also means flammable. Both mean the same. Keep inflammable or combustible materials away from fire. Insolvent means unable to pay debts. The company became insolvent after heavy losses. Many businesses were declared insolvent during the crisis. Invincible means too strong to be defeated. The champion seemed invincible, meaning unbeatable, throughout the tournament. No army is truly invincible forever. Invisible means that which cannot be seen. Air is invisible to the human eye. The spy wore clothing that made him nearly invisible in the darkness. Irrevocable means something that cannot be changed. The decision was irrevocable, meaning unchangeable. Signing the agreement led to irrevocable consequences. Kennel is a house or shelter for a dog. The dog slept peacefully in its kennel. They built a new kennel, meaning dog shelter, in the backyard. Lethal, designed to cause death. The snake's bite can be lethal. Soldiers were trained to handle lethal weapons safely. Loquacious means talking a lot or too much. The loquacious guest dominated the conversation. Her loquacious nature or chatty nature made meetings longer than expected. Maxim means a short statement expressing the rule of conduct. Honesty is the best policy is a well known maxim. It's a saying. The teacher shared a maxim about hard work. It means proverb. Mercenary means concerned with making money at the expense of ethics. Critics accuse the businessman of having a mercenary attitude, money minded attitude. His mercenary decisions or profit driven decisions ignored moral concerns. A misogynist is a person who hates women, a man who hates women. The misogynist often made insulting remarks about women. The article criticized a misogynist politician for his views. Mortuary is a place where dead bodies are kept until cremation. The body was taken to the mortuary for examination. Family members gathered outside the mortuary. Notorious means well known for some bad quality. The city is notorious for heavy traffic. The thief became notorious throughout the region. Novice is one who is inexperienced or new to job. As a novice teacher, she worked hard to improve. The novice made a few mistakes during training. Nuance is a slight difference in meaning that is difficult to detect. The translator understood every nuance or subtle distinction of the poem. There is a nuance or fine difference between the two expressions. Obsolete means something which is out of date. Type errors have become obsolete. They are outdated. Nobody uses them today these days. Many old technologies are now obsolete, old fashioned. Omnipotent means having unlimited power. Many religions describe God as omnipotent, all powerful. The king believed he was omnipotent, supremely powerful. Omniscient means having complete or unlimited knowledge. In the novel, the narrator is omniscient, all knowing. No human being is truly omniscient, all wise. Opaque means that which cannot be seen through, not transparent. The glass was opaque, non transparent. An opaque screen blocked the light. Optician is a person whose job is to examine people's eyes and to recommend and sell glasses. The optician tested my vision. We visited an optician to buy new glasses. An optimist is one who looks at the bright side of things. Being an optimist helped her overcome difficulties. The optimist believed everything would improve. Ornithology is the scientific study of birds. She chose ornithology as her area of research. Ornithology or avian science helps us understand bird behavior. Orthopedician is one who treats conditions involving the musculoskeletal system or bone specialist. The orthopedician, specialist, treated his fractured arm. She consulted an orthopedician for knee pain. Pediatrician is a doctor who treats diseases of children. The child was extremely examined by a pediatrician, a children's doctor. Parents trust the pediatrician for medical advice. Palindrome is a word or phrase that reads the same backwards or forwards. Madam is a palindrome, a reversible word. Students enjoyed finding examples of palindromes, mirror words. Pantheism means the belief that God is present in all things. Pantheism, belief in God in everything. Pantheism is found in some philosophies. The poet's writing reflected pantheism. Patent is the sole right to produce or sell an invention. The inventor received a patent for his invention, exclusive right. The company applied for a patent, legal protection. Pedestrian is a person walking on a street. The driver stopped for a pedestrian at the crossing. A pedestrian was injured in the accident. Penchant is a strong taste or liking for something. She has a penchant for classical music. His penchant for adventure led him to travel widely. So perennial is it means lasting for a long time, continually recurring. Scarcity is a perennial problem in the region. The plant is perennial and blooms every year. And peregrination is a long, slow journey, especially on foot. The monk's peregrination took him across several countries. After months of peregrination, they reached their destination. A pessimist is one who looks at the dark side of things. The pessimist or negative thinker expected the project to fail. Unlike her brother, she is a pessimist. A philanthropist is a person who helps the needy. The philanthropist, humanitarian, donated millions to charity. A generous philanthropist funded the school. Physician is one who attends to sick people and prescribes medicines. The physician or doctor examined the patient carefully. The family consulted a physician about the illness. Pilgrimage is a journey to a holy place for religious reasons. Thousands of people undertake a pilgrimage every year. Holy journey. Their pilgrimage or religious trip lasted several days. A polyglot is one who can speak many languages. The polyglot or multilingual person spoke 6 languages fluently. As a polyglot or linguist, she easily communicated with foreign visitors. Professional means a person with proven practical knowledge in a field. She is a professional with years of experience. The company hired a professional to solve the problem. Psychology means the study of human mind and behavior. He decided to study psychology at university. Psychology helps us understand human actions. And quarantine. It's a confinement to one place to prevent the spread of infection. The travelers were placed in quarantine for 2 weeks. Doctors recommended quarantine to control the outbreak. Seismograph. It's an instrument for detecting earthquakes. The seismograph recorded the tremors accurately. Scientists used a seismograph to monitor underground activity. Somnambulism means the habit or activity of walking in sleep. His somnambulism or sleepwalking worried his parents. The doctor explained that somnambulism is a recognized sleep disorder. Spendthrift is a person who wastes money. The spendthrift or big spender quickly exhausted his savings. Everyone advised the spendthrift to manage money more carefully. Stalwart is a loyal supporter of an organization. He remained a stalwart of the party for decades. The organization honored its oldest stalwart. And a stoic is one who is indifferent to pleasure or pain. Despite the injury, he remained stoic, unemotional. The stoic or self controlled person, the stoic endured hardship without complaint. Teetotaler is one who never takes alcoholic drinks. Being a teetotaler or non drinker, she preferred fruit juice at the party. He has been a teetotaler or abstainer throughout his life. Theist is a person who believes in the existence of God. As a theist, as a theist, she attended religious gatherings regularly. The theist or God believer defended his views respectfully. And these are the last three. Verbose means using more words than used. His verbose explanation confused the audience. The report was too verbose for busy readers. Veteran means someone who has a lot of experience in a field. The veteran or experienced person guided the younger players. She is a veteran in the field of journalism. Web is the home of spiders. The spider quickly disappeared into its web. It's a cobweb. Dewdrops sparkled on the web, meaning spider's net, in the morning sunlight. So these are the questions, list of words that you need to go through. So you got some exercises, couple of exercises at the end of this. You can also take a look at this. So even revision test 1, 2, and also model paper also has questions. Now let us take a look at all the answers. Take a look at the answers by pausing it. So as you can see, all these exercises are only taken from the list of 115 words. So going through that list of 115 words really essential for you to be able to write answers to all the questions in this bit.